Well, here we are again, 1 year later, and as you can see, the Red Sox have won the World Series, and I'm sporting I'm kind of a pink hat, huh, with the shirt and the cap, but they definitely proved me wrong last year. Last year, I made my predictions, and as the millions of people all over the world know across the internet that I picked the Toronto Blue Jays to win the World Series. Now that didn't come to fruition. Not exactly. Did they finish? I think they finished last. Yeah, and the Red Sox. I had predicted they would finish just barely ahead of the Yankees, but they kind of surprised. They surprised me, and I think a lot of other people too. And the thing about baseball, I'm not embarrassed by the prediction because basically my prediction was based on what happened the year before when the whole team just imploded from inside out. The whole chicken beer thing and how pathetic that whole situation. So anybody that could have foresaw what happened last year with you know the relief pitching, uh, that guy. Yeah, God, his name escapes me, but I mean, nobody even knew who he was at the beginning of the season, and they lost. The only reason he even pitched in the first place was they 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 lost like three other relievers got hurt before him or out for the guy that got from Pittsburgh, Hanrahan, I think his name was, and he went down. Then there was another guy, he went down, so that made room for Guajama or whatever it was. I'm not good with the Japanese names, but hopefully he can have some semblance of the same season. And that's the other thing. It's just so unpredictable, especially relief pitchers. You don't know from 1 year to the next whether they're going to have that same consistency. And as far as the starting rotation, looks pretty strong. They got PV for the whole season, and if you can get that seeing eye dog out on the mound with him, maybe that could help him. I don't understand why he can't just get contact lenses or that wear glasses, because all that squinting at the mound just makes me nervous. Maybe that's the idea. Give the batters the impression that he can't see too well. I don't know. He has no control over where the ball's going. I don't know where the ball's going. So I think they'll have decent hitting. I think Middlebrook's is due for a big year. We'll see what happens. My big prediction last year was Jackie Bradley to come out and become a star. That never happened. So I feel like I give these guys praise and they just fall apart. So I don't want to. I want to temper my enthusiasm because it seemed to work last year, and I predicted that they'd finish fourth and they won the World Series. But anyway, my prediction is I don't want to drag this whole thing out. I'm gonna pick the Sox to snag the wild card spot, so they'll finish number two. I'm gonna pick the Blue Jays to win the division because I think they got the better starting pitching, and so I think they'll win the division. And Orioles third, Yankees fourth, Blue Jays last, which naturally means I guess the Blue Jays are going to win the World Series. I don't know. I mean, who knows? But anyway, these predictions. Yeah, you want to take these predictions to Vegas? My prognostications. My sleep horse team this year be the California Angels. I think that they got some great sluggers: Pujols, Hamilton, Trout, and they get some decent pitching. I guess they got some good, decent free agents. I don't know, but I think they're gonna bounce back this year. There's always like some team that you don't really expect much from, and they do really well. Last year was the Sox. I think this year is gonna be the Angels, and I've been hearing things about the Royals, but I don't know nothing about the Royals. How can I say anything about them? I don't, they haven't been relevant since the '80s. So anyway, and then I think in the playoffs it's going to be playoffs. I think in the playoffs we're going to see. So we have the Red Sox as one of the wild cards. I think they'll knock off Tampa Bay and they'll get to they'll play I think it'll be a rematch of them and the Tigers. but I see the Tigers beating them this time around, and I think the World Series will be. I think the World Series will be the Tigers and the Cardinals again, and I predict the Cardinals beating the Tigers for the World Series. So that's it in a nutshell. As usual, take all his predictions with a grain of salt. Adios.